Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, bringing you the latest exclusive breaking news, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox. I'm your host, James J., starring Kaliko Yacht, who has yet to join us, Mitch Mayhem,
Oh, what up, everybody?
and Scooter Dust.
What's up, wrestling fans? I got a announcement that I gotta do this now before.
Get off your chest.
Just hold
Yeah.
on. It's a great day for wrestling, and it's a great day for Scooter Dust because he has an announcement for us.
Did you really have to tee it up? Okay, go
Yes, of course I did.
I didn't say it was a great announcement.
ahead. Uh-oh.
Alright, well, what's the announcement?
So, you know, when I came to the show, the listeners, put me on their shoulders and carried me into history, and I'll never forget that. Through voice cracking and triumph, it was the listeners who stood up for me, who had my back. It was the listeners who I grabbed onto when I didn't have anybody else. And that's why the listeners, it's to you at home that deserve to hear this from me. I'm going to go drop a deuce.
Yeah. Yeah, your listeners. Fuck your best friend, right? Fuck your best friend.
Did you just listen to what I said?
I heard you. So what? That doesn't shock me. You gotta drop a shit. Go for it.
Of course, I'm parodying a certain announcement.
Yeah, I know. No shit. I thought you were gonna say you were done with all every day.
Well, it is not a great day for Alberto Del Rio because.
Are you pregnant too, Scooter? Sorry, that was late.
Scooter Dust's shit hit the fan for him.
Scooter's got a butt, baby.
As he was arrested last week for domestic abuse, sexual assault, and endangerment of a child. This is
Did we talk about that last week?
No, we talked about it.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
On the
Money in the
remix.
Bank.
Yeah. Not a good look for Alberto Del Rio. No? Scooter Dust?
Yeah, Del Rio friggin' threatened to leave his girlfriend's child in the middle of nowhere.
Of the street.
If she not middle of the street, middle of nowhere. And
well, the implication was
if she didn't dance for him.
She didn't let him do what he wanted.
And Zeb Coulter was somewhere in the corner going, "This man."
That's not cool. Fuck. I don't think he wants anything to do with sexual assault.
And what are your thoughts on the matter, Mitch?
Move over James Brown in the fucking what is it? The horrible mugshot Hall of Fame, because we got a creepy one, dude. So yeah.
This is maybe.
You remember that mugshot?
Oh.
he looks like he was half asleep walking in. It was great. You gotta pull that up. It's a Hall of Fame shot.
Maybe on the obscure side of the news this week, NBA star of the Boston Celtics, Enes Kanter, announced that he wants to maybe pursue a career in WWE. I'm not familiar with basketball. Can somebody tell me who the hell this guy is? And
let me put this in perspective for you. He's a fucking 7'3" center. 7'2", 7'3". He's fucking tall, huge. He's the tallest position you can be in basketball. I don't see how he can fit in the ring, but
chicks dig it.
Yeah. Everyone thinks they can wrestle nowadays. If they do any semi-professional sports, they think they can jump in. It's not hard at all. So Good luck to you, Ennis. Let's see what you got. I don't.
Is he anything like the great George Mirasan?
You're funny. Guess what? I got George Mirasan's autograph at Arco Arena. It's funny you said that.
Yeah, chicks dig it.
I stood right in front of him. Yeah. Yeah, it was creepy. It was fucking creepy.
Little another piece of news.
I was a kid when I was Go ahead.
The WWE is reviving that good old show we missed so much.
We were talking about the other day.
House.
Yeah, we were talking about the other day.
In your house on June 7th for NXT.
It's technically NXT Takeover in your house. But this is that's a pretty exciting news.
It's appropriate for the times. Everything's in our house, basically. So,
which now did I see it as June 7th? Because June 7th is Backlash also.
They moved. I know they moved SummerSlam to September, October. So no, it's gonna be Fall Slam.
It's not necessarily that it's gonna happen. It's that if it's allowed.
Right. But I'm saying they're gonna wait until it's allowed to happen and put it on. So if it's not until October, then we'll push it back there.
25 years ago, this month, the very first In Your House took place, where
that long ago, fuck.
Bret Hart wrestled 2 matches, and the WWE finally figured out WCW's pay-per-view business model.
I remember watching that pay-per-view. I was always a Bret Hart guy. So yeah, I remember.
It's gonna be I'm actually really excited to see In Your House again. Maybe it's a little too before my time, but
we experienced it in the thick of it. There's nothing you can do except experience it yourself on the WWE Network, and even then, it's not the same because you weren't in the time back then. Right. It was like WCW and WWE guys. It's like anyone could go anywhere. It was like just every Monday you wanted to watch the TV.
Maybe we'll compile a list of.
It was something, dude.
Our favorite In Your House moments.
Okay.
I will definitely think about that.
The one thing about the In Your House pay-per-views is that a lot of them didn't have traditional main events in the way that each event was going to have a WWE Championship match. Those pay-per-views actually had dark matches all the time.
Yeah, I remember that. Especially Beware of Dog. The whole thing was a dark match.
That I remember that live, and I remember what the hell? Who the hell?
A hurricane hit it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Who the hell is messing with me stealing free pay-per-view?
Real quick, here's a funny thing. I never told anyone this. I just thought this was funny. From 1993 to WrestleMania 9 to 1995, I listened to the shows with the blurry screen on pay-per-view.
From 93 to 95, I got every WWF pay-per-view.
I didn't buy a single one. I just listened to it.
I don't know how it happened.
You can listen to it perfectly on my pay-per-view. It didn't blur it out to 96. It didn't blur out the audio.
But the consensus was if somebody in our building had ordered it, then they then they took something out that essentially sent it to everybody. They would put something in that would scramble it, and they would take it out, and it just went to everybody. Because I remember coming home from watching WrestleMania 9. It was the first WrestleMania I watched with a friend. And then,
that was my very first, man.
And I came home, and I'm flipping through the channels. All of a sudden, what the hell? It's Tatanka and Shawn Michaels. It's the opening match of WrestleMania 9. on Channel 14.
Yeah, forever I didn't remember. I got used to watching a blurry screen, and then like in 2000, 2001, I watched it on the fucking video. I was like, oh, okay, this. But you can pick up for most part, you can pick it up.
The funny thing is that by 8 a.m. the next morning, it was back to being scrambled.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Dude, back then, it was like $50 pop.
Well, WWE NXT is
Like
going
a Tyson
back
fight.
to old but good stuff.
Real quick, speaking of like a Tyson fight, did you hear Tyson's making a comeback?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll talk
Chicken
about
wing.
that a little bit later.
AEW. Yeah, he's doing something for AEW.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously, I'm gonna love AEW, All Elite Wrestling. That's truly that's where it's at. I'm gonna fustigate him. I'm gonna
Sorry, you finished that.
I'm gonna fuck them till they love me.
No, it's obvious. I was just gonna say, it's obvious Vince hasn't been answering Mike's calls. So
NWA Power had their last of their pre-records on this week. And at the end of the show, Billy Corgan announced that they're going to make a new NWA show starting next Tuesday at 6:05. The title of that show is called Carnyland, and he was very unspecific of details. So, who wants to make a crack at what Carnyland might be? Scooter Dustin.
Well, despite
all his rage, yeah, I was gonna say.
Despite all his rage, he's still just a wrestling fan who's aged.
That's my gig. Damn it.
Yeah, Billy Corgan, you couldn't smash pumpkins very well, so
just
go back to 1979. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get that reference.
Get the hell out of my ring, Billy Corgan.
Well, whatever.
Do something about that damn head of yours. The glare is blinding me. Thought.
Whatever it is, we will definitely cover it next week. I'm excited to see some NWA action again. It's time to start. There's one bit of last news. Sami Zane stripped of the Intercontinental Championship.
I got something else after this, but okay.
Yeah, and Sammy is in the shit house. It's not going to be
metaphorically and physically. No.
It's not going to be too long before I think Sammy is released.
AEW battling, you think? Maybe.
I didn't know that you knew Sami Zane, Scooter.
Because
he's in the shit house. Haha.
What?
What?
You said he's in the shit house. Never mind.
Okay. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
Call back from the drop a deuce.
Yeah. Okay.
So funny, I forgot to laugh.
Sami Zayn, they gave the WWE gave the option, or rather, it was the option you shouldn't have chosen.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanted to wrestle, and
I've been telling you.
That only extended to a few key people.
What have I been telling you? That's what I've been saying this whole time, dude. Never mind.
If you weren't if you were capable of working, you should come to work.
And that's what I've been saying. You were fighting me on saying, "Oh no, he'll let you go, no problem, man. He won't put you at risk, motherfucker."
Well, it's basically,
you don't know Vince McMahon.
It's May 15th. Things are opening up, so now it's a different story.
Things are going to be closed for another 3 more months here in California, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, things are starting to open up.
It ain't opening up in California for a long time, and I don't think it's opening up in New York for a long time.
Yeah, well, things are starting to open up in New York. That was the main.
Yeah, little things here and there, but things are going to. A lot of things are going to be closed down for a long time still. Watch. I'll predict August.
I can understand where they are.
What? Excuse me?
I said like your mom's legs. No.
What the fuck's my mom got to do with this? Leave my mom out of it. Fuck.
I can understand where there's some heat with him, considering he was Intercontinental Champion. And so, if you were just a normal talent, uh, yeah, maybe, come and go as you please. But for champions, which is very few people right now, I think that's where the heat comes from.
Yeah, I think it also has to do with this it kind of puts Sammy
Nobody put Sammy in a corner.
in a light where he is maybe gives off the idea that he's better than other people, that he
Right.
doesn't have to, come to work. Like he's saying, oh, he's not medically, he's not gonna, put himself at risk. But when there's no risk demonstrated at where you're working,
People are still catching coronavirus. What are you talking about? There's still high risk.
Yeah, the rates are going down. I'm talking about within the actual. I'm talking about within the actual WWE.
Okay, but just hear me out. The first few, I think it was Georgia and Florida, when they opened, they had a huge spike in cases. That's going to happen everywhere that opens.
Well, maybe he's just kayfabing on Twitter, or maybe that's the real Sami Zayn. I can't speak for who he is in his personal life, but I can't say I have met him, and he was very nice, but it kind of does seem like this is kind of maybe the person he is.
Just real quick, James.
Yeah.
He had his professional hat on when he met you. Of course he was nice. No offense, I'm just saying. Like, that's his job. The money depends on him being nice. So yeah.
No. There has been some people that were supposed to be nice and were not nice.
Yeah, but if it was a fan meetup for the most, yeah, but that's usually if someone deserved it. I've seen it. Usually they're also just fine as long as you respect them.
You also can't overlook the fact that Sammy didn't go to the Saudi Arabia shows.
Right.
And that's the main idea of, why I'm thinking Sammy is giving off this notion of, oh, I'm better than people. I'm a champion, so they won't go as hard on me.
It was just 2 years ago that Sammy was like the last of his, class still in an NXT. Remember that when Owens and all them got called up? Does he not remember his roots? Is it that quickly that he's forgotten?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I also think Sammy might not exactly be all there.
Huh.
Well, you could say that for a few people.
Sammy strikes me as a flat earther.
Well, AJ is too.
AJ is too, yes. Oh my god. Oh. God, AJ stuff.
Alright, it's time to start.
I know.
But the Intercontinental Championship tournament, it has begun. Daniel Bryan and Elias have advanced. Interestingly enough,
Elias
beat King Corbin. Daniel Bryan beat Drew Gulak. The other two matches in the tournament.
I would have had Gulak go over Bryan. Fuck.
Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. And
Jeff Hardy won.
Interestingly enough, AJ Styles against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You might notice something. AJ Styles is on Raw.
Right.
I guess.
Oh, you didn't hear?
A brand-to-brand invitational.
Did you not? Yeah, they have brand. They're putting They put Corbin against a Raw guy the other night.
Wild card.
Yeah, And now they're doing. I guess this is because the TV execs were asking to mix them up.
And they
Or
can't
something like that.
exactly do like a draft right now, anyway.
They wanted
Not a
Yokozuna.
full on one.
What did I tell you right when that draft was happening? What did I tell you about the continuity of the draft? That it would not hold up, did I not?
Yeah, of course.
I told you.
Well,
You don't like it saying I'm right.
it's not that. It's the fact that if we weren't in a friggin' pandemic.
Hey, but it's right. I got it right. Doesn't matter how I got it right. I also predicted that there would be a recession. I also predicted there would be a recession. Didn't know it would happen this way, but it happened.
You were right by a proxy. That's like saying if the friggin' apocalypse happened.
It happened. Hey, I didn't know how it would happen, but
You friggin' turd.
All right,